Hi, today I want to make a video on the Urban Survival Bag. This is the bag I carry when I go over to Seattle for work. I just wanted to give you guys my view, what I think a bag should contain. Okay, we'll start off with the bag itself. It is a Maxpedition Jumbo. They make various sizes. This is the smallest size that really comfortably fits a 1911, the full-size 1911. The bag is pretty nice. This is not the S type would be on your left side. This is not S, so this fits on the right side if you happen to want to carry the gun on your right side. So I guess we'll start with the front. The main flap opens up to the main compartment. The main compartment has this kind of this rain guard, and on the front of the flap there's a zipper here. And on the top of the bag there's this little pouch that I carry, a spare set of glasses, and a hard case. And then in the front I carry first aid stuff, so I carry 2 sets of gloves. There's a military style compress bandage, pressure bandage. Here is a very compact roll of gauze. It's vacuum sealed, compact, and you open it up, it's much bigger than it looks. And then a military style bandana. You can also just use a regular store, like a Walmart brand, $1 each bandana. Now, the idea behind this first aid kit, which is only really 4 items if you include the gloves, is it's for emergencies only, for bleeding control only. It's not for chapped lips or minor cuts. The idea is I would not ever have to use that, but I have it if needed. The side has a water bottle. Normally I'd carry a water bottle in this pocket. We go, there's an inner pocket behind this small pouch, like a sleeve. I carry a cat tourniquet. Any other tourniquet would work. This is just happening what I have. But I have this accessible from either arm. I can grab it with either hand. I don't have to undo any buckles or anything. So I guess you would count that as an additional first aid item, I suppose. You go into the small pouch that's on the front of the bag. As you carry it, I have a Surefire LED light with batteries. I have a length of 550 cord. I have a 5-hour energy. I have a multi-tool, a small set of lockpick. It's almost like a pocket knife style. You have several picks and rakes and a tensioning tool. And then I have just a regular Bic lighter. The reason for the cordage is many, but use it to tie things, lash things, temporary straps. If your shoelaces break, you can use this to even break out a rope or zip tie restraints. Another option there. You can use this if you had to swim. You can tie the bag to your waist with this and swim without having to hold your bag. Various things. Flashlight's always handy to be able to see things in the dark. Also can be used as a weapon, as far as a hitting weapon if you needed to. 5-hour energy is just good. For some reason I was not able to rest. Keep me going. Flashlight, or the lighter, is obvious reasons just for fire. Lock picks, because a lot of things you need in the city are available to you, they're just locked. Of course you wouldn't use this in any illegal way unless it was an emergency. And then the multi-tool, really the main features I like in this thing is the pliers. You can use the knife. I have an additional knife and possibly the saw. There's some screwdrivers in there that may be handy to disassemble locks and things like that. With the pliers I can improvise a lot of tools, such as a full-size lockpick from like a paper clip, anything like that, bobby pins. Manipulate small pieces of wire for fencing and stuff like that. You can even cut through a lot of fencing with the jaws on this model here. So that's why I have that. It's an all-around handy tool to have. A lot of people use them in the wilderness. I tend to not, but in the city I like to have them. And we have this. We got now the front of the bag. You have the flap. You pull it up. Now you have this pouch here. On the very front of this pouch, I have 2 additional 8-round 1911 single-stack magazines. And then that's all I keep in that pocket. I have my card, my transport card. It works for the buses, ferries, trains, stuff like that. That way I don't have to carry cash. It's much easier. And I have a notepad, emergency numbers, work-related phone numbers, just in case I can't get to work on time for some reason. I have a pen and a Sharpie. The pen's handy for the notepad, so is the Sharpie. The Sharpie is also nice. I can write on clothing or skin or any other object. It could be anything, piece of cloth or whatever you find. It has a lot of uses. Alright, and we go into the actual main pouch, and I carry a map of Seattle and also a tourist map of Seattle. This is the city I go to. The markings on the map on the inside would be coded as far as not obvious, so if someone were to get this map, they wouldn't necessarily know any cache points or any routes I plan to take. May sound paranoid, but it's not really meant to be that way. I carry 2 glow sticks as backup light source and marking if they needed to, especially if that was in the water. I have a pair, so 2 of the large zip ties you can find in the hardware store, the same, similar to what you would use if you were going to be restrained with zip ties. These are fairly easy to break with rope or just to brute force if you know how. I have these as additional binding, or possible if they needed to stop a threat as far as tie somebody up to leave me alone when they're disabled for some reason. Carry 2 sets of Dayquil just in case I'm feeling sick. I have spare batteries that are electrical taped together for the flashlight. I also have $1 worth of quarters, which is handy for if you want to use. If my cell phone is down, I can use payphones. Ideally, they would be found in bus stations, train stations, ferry terminals, hotels, and oftentimes in Chinatown. Most people forget those phones still exist. Also, this is I can use this as money for transportation on the public system. At least one ride on there with my card for some reason it's not working. Ranger bands, these are in here for attaching things to my outside my bag that I need to, like the shoulder strap. Okay, I also have an inexpensive, but I think quality. It's a fixed blade knife. It's a Mora. It's a Frost Mora. It's made in Sweden. Oh, I did modify it with square the back edge for it would work for fire steel, which I do not carry in this bag. But it's just a general sharp utility knife that for some reason needed a fixed blade knife. And that is it in that bag. Now you go to the so you have the shoulder straps, and then right immediately in the bag you have this big zipper here. This is where you keep the gun in the Maximum Edition VersaPaks. So in here I carry the 1911 with a magazine. In my state, I can carry it with one in the chamber, so that's how it's carried with safety on, hammer back. This is the gun I prefer. So I have a total of 3 magazines, with 8 plus 1 is my total firepower. And inside that bag, I leave it pretty empty. I don't want anything else inside there getting confused with the pistol if I need it. Some things on the outside, I carry a couple bobby pins scattered throughout this thing. They're handy really for handcuffs. If you know how to bend them with handcuffs, there's a lot of YouTube videos on that. This kit is essentially the few things I would add. You don't see here is a cell phone. I would add full-size lock picks. I would add a set of auto jigglers, like a tryout keys. And then that's really it. You could do a pepper spray if you wanted to. That'd be another option. But this kit's really geared towards what I've learned while doing urban escape and evasion courses. I did one that was recently this summer in Portland, a few hours south of here. So, and there were some exercises where you had to evade. Hope you guys found this informative. There's many reviews on this bag itself, so I won't really cover that. I choose not to wear the waist belt that's in the back, and I electrical tape those ends to make it look neat and tight there. So, happy with the bag. I like the stuff. I carry my kit with additional items which are on order to add to the kit. And I hope you guys like the video, learned something. If you have any questions, let me know, or any comments, let me know. And thanks for watching.